See, at that time, when Luke was doing his careful examination of things, and there were probably hundreds, if not thousands, of people that were still alive that had actually personally heard Jesus teach, Jesus heal, and see Christ do miracles, perform miracles. 30 years beforehand. Even Paul recorded in 52 or 53 AD that 500 on one occasion saw Jesus Christ after his resurrection in 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 6. It's also recorded that Luke lodged with Philip the evangelist in Caesarea for many days, it says in Acts 21, chapter 21 verse 8 to 10. To which I'm sure that they had much to talk about, much to review about Jesus Christ. He had a lot of questions. These questions were answered. But what does this also tell us? When we look at this and you see the evidence that I'm giving to you now by Scripture, what does this say about Luke? The very people that God had took to Luke, or that Luke had been driven to speak to, it was by the providence and the mighty hand of God that led him to those people to get the testimonies that he had gotten from those people. And again, he didn't want to get any rumors. He didn't want to get people's opinions. He wanted people that saw and heard these things. Let me go to verse 3. He says, it seemed good to me also, having had perfect understanding of all things from the very first, to write unto thee in order, most excellent Theophilus. It seemed good to him. Luke had, under the inspiration of the Spirit of God, had accurately traced and examined and investigated everything with a microscope, if you will. No, he didn't have that back then. You know, another thing I wanted to add is, if you think about it, back then, they didn't have all the stuff that we have today. They didn't have, you know, a miniature computer such as an iPhone or an iPad or a computer, where you can actually get on the internet and type and Google stuff and find information about so much things today. Luke had to work. He had to use his feet. And everything that God had given him at that time. Pencil and paper in hand. And his physical health. To go and search